Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing something brand new. I've just got the Portland International Circuit on iRacing. I've got a league race coming up here in a few weeks, and I have never driven a lap at this circuit ever in my life, so I thought I'd drive it for the first time on camera, do a few hot laps, see if I like the track or not, and yeah, that's basically it. Let's just get straight into it. Get there, it's gonna be up. Yes! Woohoo! There we are, yes. Oh, I'm having another accident, I'm over. That is why, that's huge. Okay, so here we go, coming out of the pits. The league is fixed setup, so we don't need to worry about the setup or anything, but down into this first chicane. Now, when I say I've never driven this track before, I did one lap, and I seriously mean one lap, on R-Factor 2 about a year ago. So I really don't know where I'm going at all. I've had a brief look at the track map, so I sort of know how big all the corners are, but through this first sector now, actually quite flowing. Oh, I'm actually going to have a spin straight away. Okay, not ideal. Let's go again. We'll get back out onto the circuit. And round we go. Now, I don't know what times are quick here at all, really. That's quite a wide apex through there. Oh, and a bit of a snap of oversteer, even though I was going quite slow. But now we get to go out onto, I think this is essentially like the back straight. It's sort of like a big sweeping corner, sort of like Curva Grande at Monza, I like to think of it as. But down into this corner. Okay, so that's relatively fast. So is that. And through, I believe this is the final corner. That is the final corner. Okay, out onto the main straight. So that is one lap. Do I get to cross that line? I can cross that line. Okay, that is good to know. As we head down the main straight, up towards turn 1. And first hot lap into the chicane. Second gear or so. I think that was pretty good. And then using the curb on the exit. Not bad through there so far. That was pretty solid. And then, oh god, nearly lost it through that's sort of like a triple right-hander actually. Goes all the way around. Third gear, getting it turned in. Third gear again, after a quick downshift a second. Missed the shift there, but get to swinging through. Oh, okay, and that's very, very wide, so I've completely taken the wrong line there. Alright, I'm going to go back round and I'm going to see you for another lap. Oh, no. Okay, right, so here we are, out of the final corner. We're going to swing all the way to the left-hand side, get up nice and close with that wall and use that for some aerodynamic benefits as we head across the line, which is right there, for our first hot lap, which doesn't involve a spin. Down into the first corner, clip that curb, miss that curb. I had a small luck up on the on the right-hand side wheel, but out we go, out of the first complex. Not too bad through there. Now down to fourth gear for this double right-hander. Swing out to the left, down to third gear. That's going to take us through, and then down to second. Yeah, that will get the car rotated, and then immediately back up to third. Now, it's a harder braking zone for this right-hander. That was one of the mistakes we made on the outlap. But away we go into the Curva Grande-esque corner, so not bad so far. We're going to stay on the left-hand side for now. Then we'll cut back to the right. I believe that's an okay line. Into the far sector, 6th gear, 5th gear, and then for the final corner, 3rd, and taking it through. I'm going to get an X, so I'm going to spin in the final corner, and I'm in the wall. Damn it. Okay, alright, we're going to have to go one more time. Alright, but out of the final corner for one more attempt. Down the main straight we go. So, I've now got my personal best sectors up. We won't get a personal best for the final sector, but we can for the first and second. Down into turn 1. So I think third gear is the best way to go there. Clip that curb on the right-hand side and then tuck back in for second gear. And don't use that curb in the middle of the chicane. But that was pretty good. Into the double right-hander. 5th gear there. Maybe a bit too aggressive. We've got an X, I think. Yes, we do. So I went a bit too wide there. Second gear. Round we go. So we might have to do 2 back-to-back laps. And then down to, I believe, second for this apex. Yep, that was better. Oh, and getting bottoming out over the curb. That was not ideal. As into the Parabolica, Curva Grande, whatever you want to call it, corner. Through we go. We're going to stay close to that right-hand wall. Down into the final sector. 6th gear. Small clip of the curb, but that can unsettle the car, so we won't use that too much. 3rd gear through the final corner, and that is a lap, not a valid lap. So we're going to go one more time, but at least we haven't crashed on that one. The time is going to be about a 1 minute 6 point something. It's going to be a 1 minute 7 dead. We're down into turn 1 again. 3rd gear, clip that curb. 2nd gear, clip that apex. And away we go. So 2/10 slower that time around. But we've got to focus on getting this double right-hander correct, because this is where I'm losing the most time. And round we go. That was much better. Took 4th gear through most of that. And then down to 2nd. Clip that apex. That was very lovely. Up to 4th. Down to 3rd. And then 2nd, if I can get it. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to invalidate again. So, still not getting it. We're going to go around just for one more lap, just to see if I can get it. But my god, this is proving very difficult to get right. Because it looks like such a simple circuit on the track map. But in practice, I guess, quite the opposite. No, oh, I just had a snap. Please don't hit the wall. I hit the wall. Oh, come on. That was the tiniest snap. I massively overcorrected that. Damn, okay. Well, why don't, instead of that, why don't we go do an AI race? So, here we go. This is just going to be fight laps of Portland against AI in the SFLs. Difficulty is set, I believe, at 105%. So, we're going to get going right now. Green flag. As we charge down towards turn 1, we are starting in 9th place. Behind Terence Groening, down into the first corner, and it's all going to be side by side for quite a few cars. That car basically stopped in the apex. There's an incident behind apparently, but out we go. So we've survived that first corner, and turning in for the double right-hander we struggled with. Oh, on cold tyres it's very difficult to get the car turned in, and we're not really catching up with the cars in front at the moment. But we're going to play it safe. 3rd gear for the moment on this first lap. Just to make sure we get the traction down. Just to make sure we don't spin out or anything like that. But out of the right-hander we go. Still in 9th place. So not a horrendous start. We've broken even compared to the rest of the pack. As through the long corner we go. We're going to have a car up the inside. That's going to be very close. And we're not going to fight it too drastically. I'm still learning my way around this circuit. And round he goes, so not bad from the red car there. So that's us down into 10th place. We're going to get Steve Rees come up our inside possibly as we head down to first corner. But that is one lap done at Portland. And I'm seriously enjoying this track at the moment. It is very cool as we've got Rees up the inside. Oh my god! I think he's just flipped over. I left him so much space there. Where's he gone? I don't know where he's gone. Is he upside down? There he is. I don't know what's happened. I think I've got some kind of damage. Something is out of line. But we're going to keep going. We'll see if we can catch back up. Oh yeah, something is very broken. Very broken indeed. I'm going to go in the wall. Oh my god, what happened there? Alright, so this is coming down the straight. Having a look at what happened in turn 1. Rees goes up the inside. I leave him plenty of space. And it was actually 3 wide. That is what caused the accident. Rees lands on my car, and that's what tips me into a spin. Okay, so this is riding on board with the car on the inside. Randy Cassidy, the AI. He goes down the inside, and yeah, Rees leaves him with nowhere to go. That's me spinning out, and then Rees somehow lands back on his wheels. Okay, but riding on with a POV of Rees' car, so we can see Cassidy go up the inside, and then there's your wheel-to-wheel contact. And it's a huge roll there. Somehow he survived it. I don't really know how. But yeah, that is what took us out of the race. Yeah, but there we have it, everybody. That is going to conclude another video here on LazGamez. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Looks like I've got a lot of practice to do before this race next Wednesday in SRW. It's going to be my debut. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed. I hope to see you all next Wednesday on YouTube. I'm going to be live streaming the SRW race. If you want to come support me, come say hi, please feel free to do so. But yeah, that is going to be it. Stay safe, make awesome choices, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Ciao.